if they based a roller coaster off this conversation, it would be the best one in the world because there's been a lot of ups and downs.
It's amazing what you'll find face to face.
It's been how many months is it? 4 months since the last podcast.
Since the last one you ever did, or since our last one?
The last in-person one. Me, you and Finn.
Oh yeah, was that the last one then?
I did one with Tom and then on Zoom, and that was it. Purely because I think the whole point of it is in person.
Yeah,
it's better in person anyway.
Yeah, we're not at a stage where like you regular updates and everyone.
No,
like,
exactly.
What's going on? Wow, just thinking back to that podcast now, like how much my life has changed in 6 months.
I remember watching it back recently, not watching it back, but trying to find a clip from it to upload or something. And then at the start, we were like talking about coronavirus, and we said, "Oh yeah, it doesn't affect us because it doesn't affect young people." That's literally the frame of mind of what people had then. It only killed old people.
Oh yeah.
And then just everyone started going. But like back then, we were like, the news says it doesn't kill the young people because we've got strong immune systems. But
yeah.
That went down the crapper.
Oh my god, how naive we were. So many dead.
Yeah, I know. Well, even the one after that I did with Tom, at the end of that, we were like, I think the tally was 10,000 then, and now it's nearly 50,000.
Is it more than that?
I don't know.
Probably is. I read something the other day that was like, the official numbers were like 50 or whatever, but it's probably double that because because of the first couple of months they didn't even bother testing or counting people because they were like, there's no point.
Yeah.
And then they started, okay, let's start tracing numbers and stuff. So they'd already missed probably about 10,000 people.
Because they were like, yeah, this is serious now. I think
Yeah.
we've got to. Yeah, but I'm assuming you've heard things as well online, like people dying of cancer, but they put it down as COVID.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they had a cough as well, something.
Yeah.
Like,
just to, I don't know what the things behind that,
stir
but
shit and get people to go crazy.
It is what it is. If we die, we die.
Yeah.
Burn, die, burn.
Yeah. That needs to be a t-shirt, doesn't it? Just philosophy to life. Burn, die, burn.
Oh my god, we could make PPS merch.
Yeah, we're going to bring out some merch. No one's going to buy it.
We could do that. Oh yeah, if things
PPS balaclavas.
If things went well and we actually started to pick up like an audience again and stuff, I'd be so up for making like just stupid merch, like coasters and like PPS nail clippers or something.
Doorknobs.
PPS taps.
Like, what's the difference? Don't know, mate.
Yeah, don't know. Got letters on it. Just
dead small letters on it.
Yeah, just stupid stuff like that.
BPS bins.
Do you need a new wheelie bin?
Hey, you fat. So yeah, I was thinking as well, because obviously the lockdown's been quite a while. Everyone's had like different periods through it. So at the start, for a lot of people, it was Tiger King.
Yeah.
And then after that, I watched Band of Brothers again. Then you did.
Yeah, I did about halfway through lockdown, I'd probably say.
And then everyone had the riding bikes phase, and
and it was kind of all right to go out and exercise for your hour or whatever.
I remember when you couldn't drive to go and exercise. And I remember driving to the prom. It wasn't a law, but I remember driving to the prom, like looking around. Yeah,
because you'd feel, that's the thing, if you were out the house, it was that first 2-3 weeks where you were out the house, you'd feel like you were being judged. Like it was, it worked though. Like,
do you think, what would you have done differently? Because there are some countries that have handled it differently, and some.
I would have just gone straight lockdown earlier. If we'd have done it right in February, 4 weeks lockdown, everything could have been avoided, I guess. It's just all the pissing about, but at the end of the day, it's politics. I don't want to get into it.
No.
But I know what you mean about the phase thing. Like, yeah, I did the kind of same when I watched Tiger King, and then like right at the end of March it was a big second week of March that like pubs closed, so like I stopped working, and then I can't remember what I did for those 2 weeks, but then at the beginning of April, like the new Final Fantasy VII remake came out, so I put like 100 hours into that over like 2 weeks.
put 100 hours in a day. Like,
yeah. Yeah, it was just like bouncing between PlayStation. We had all that good weather as well right at the beginning. So I was doing my car, and it was.
It shows you, doesn't it, though, whatever happens, you'll adapt.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a human thing, isn't it? Like, obviously you moan and you go, the amount of times I've sarcastically said, it's unprecedented. Because every time you put the TV on, they just keep saying it, and it's like, you're kind of numbing the feeling now. It's not really unprecedented, because you keep saying it every 2 minutes.
No, just grow up. People who like get stuck in moaning and like pining for like normality, like, oh my god.
Just adapt.
I don't even want to go into it, but like the people in America at the moment who are like actively campaigning against wearing masks. Like,
did you know they called off a meet-up because they thought it'd be unsafe because there was that many of them? They organised a meet-up to protest against wearing masks, but they called it off because it wasn't safe because they weren't wearing masks.
Fucking idiots, man, honestly. This is what I mean. Like, I've seen videos of like, I think it was in Florida, where they were talking to their senators or their like members of Congress or whatever, and like all those guys are like sat like in the high up like little desk things, and they got masks on, and then all the people are like it's against God to like be wearing a mask, like it's our democratic like American right to not wear masks, like we can't be, and start saying all this shit to do with God, and I'm like, what are you on about? Like, can you just stop for a second? I just want to like grab them and just go, like, look, what are you doing? Like, you're sick, you wear it, stops people getting sick. The end. Nothing to it. You're not being silenced, you're not being muzzled, it's not locked on your face.
Just go home. You don't have to wear one at home.
Like, and you're just not wearing one because you're too embarrassed to wear it, because it is weird, it feels weird, but at the end of the day, fucking just look past that. But because we're so ignorant, like American people, and just idiots, and so like they're just using religion as an excuse to, oh my god, it's just.
Do you not think it's the modern day
animals.
natural selection?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to wear a mask because I believe in God. COVID.
Yeah. Like, honestly, it just infuriates me sometimes. Like,
that wasn't a dab at anyone who's religious. It was a dab at people who defy
use it as a
pure
crutch.
science over complete stupidity.
Use it as an excuse for everything. Like, why would you?
Grow up.
God. Literally, I just want to grow up and man up and just
shut up.
Grow up again. Like, seriously, just fucking. I'm gonna gaffer tape your face shut, and then there's your mask. Yeah, you fucking goon.
So we put that into perspective, and I watched this weeks ago with my dad, watching this World War II thing. And after the war finished, they obviously had rations and all that stuff. Sweets were rationed for 8 years after the war. That's a fact that I found out.
Just in Britain?
In Britain. Imagine that. You go to the shop, like, can I have a couple of Cadbury's? No, you can only have one, mate. I think because the ingredients were used for better things or things that were actually needed.
Yeah.
But that's like growing up for 8 years. That's a lot of your life. When you're young, and sweets are massive, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, can I go shopping and get a sweet? No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's weird to think that. I mean...
But we can't. Like,
that
comparing it to now is not anything...
Yeah, no. I mean, that back then would have been a thing that they probably, like, got used to pretty quickly. You know, you were saying you adapt.
Yeah, the 8th year, you wouldn't be pissed off, but still, it's annoying.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, we're not having anything. The only thing we've had limited was our going out time in the first 2 weeks, like we said, and then now it's just taking the piss. The politicians just being like, you can do this, you can do that. Oh no, contradicted. Oh, this is, and at that point, everyone was like, I don't give a shit anymore. Like, what are you gonna do? It's every man for himself now.
I think I've thought as well, because you see all these politicians that don't know what they're doing and keep going back on themselves. They're just human. They don't.
Yeah.
Because they have that job doesn't mean they know everything.
No.
It's just literally someone trying to do the job. Like, this always brings me back to what Tom said, and it's, when you look, we saw a picture of Boris, and he looked fucked. He was like that. And we always say, if we see a picture of someone like that, he needs a bath and a fucking fab. Like, he needs to just lie down and chill out. But this is one man doing such a, I'm not saying I'm not giving him sympathy, but he's not more of a human than us.
No. It's just,
if we get stressed doing little things, he's running the country and getting shit for it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't be arsed doing that.
Yeah, no. But yeah, like I said, it's not just down to him, but it's down to all his cabinet and all of his other members of staff, and they've all got an ulterior motive, and they're all fucking idiots anyway. Who are just draining the country dry in the NHS and everything, and it's gonna go back on them all one day. And you know what I want? I want like a French Revolution. I'm not even arsed. I thought about it today. I thought that in America as well, where we just get all these politicians and just publicly hang them. Like, you just need, like, a cleanse.
Yeah, we need empty the recycle bin of goons.
Just want to go up to people and be like, right, it's 5 questions for you. It's like, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? And it's just, like, nice, like, questions where there's one answer that's just, like, pure immoral. Like, I don't know, do you hate gay people? Like, or, like, what would you think of, like, you know, something that just instantly distincts someone who's racist and someone who isn't, like... Question like that.
The good people would answer the same questions.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. It separates.
It's like, you know, like, we're getting so political, but it is what it is.
It's
like,
our version of political. It's not.
Yeah. So, like, in America, you know, you have some people who are conservative, some who, or whatever. So, some people are like, I'm religious, I'm a family man, but I like guns and all this. And, like, some of the things you say you can get behind, but a lot of them you're like, no, that's stupid. If there's a way, it's just a nice set of 5 questions that distinguishes someone that is just an all-round good person, sound, you can stay being a politician. If there's someone who's like, I'm against gay marriage, you know, I like God and, you know, all this, go by.
Yeah, because I'm not going to trust what you think about other things.
Like, we just need things to be logical and
I think that will happen because... If you look back at history, anything that was wrong for a period of time does change because it's the progression thing. It might not seem like it's going to, but when I always think of this, when big things happen, when big things change, you never see it coming.
Yeah, that's true. It's it just seems harder this day and age. Although I was really moved and surprised by the Black Lives Matter thing, the George Floyd thing, when that happened, and I saw that
was tipping point, wasn't it?
Everywhere was just like hammering it. I was like, this is it. Like, and there's protests over here. Yeah. And then I knew it as soon as you started seeing people anti-protesting them, and then it gets spun on, let's destroy statues, and then it's all your fucking 50-year-old dads going, not my statues, not my Britain, and then it's just, they're obviously just racist football hooligans who are like bored of not being able to go to football, so they think I'm going to stand here and have a fight with any young kid who thinks they're going to knock my war memorial. It's not about war memorials. It's about memorials celebrating people who
it's about breaking
the slave
the past.
Trade and stuff.
Yeah, it's about breaking tradition. Isn't
but
it?
then they're like, all lives matter. Oh my god! As soon as someone says that, I'm like, behead. Yeah. Like, obviously, it's a bit extreme, but like, you know, you're missing the point. It's not about black lives are better than everyone else. It's about black lives are down here in terms of how they're treated, and everyone else is kind of up here. So when they say black lives matter, they want them to matter as much as everyone else, not more. And then the idiots who are just stupid are like, well, you're saying that, they're up there, well, we matter as well. It's like, yeah, that's fine, we know that, you idiot. We just want them to be on the same level of us. Like, fuck.
It's like when people say like, oh mate, my car's better than yours. No, mine's better than yours. It's like, no, shut up. Yeah, grow up. I know what you mean.
It's just tiring, and
But I think it's a generational thing. When we're sort of the first generation where we've grown up with no pre-agenda, mostly. Yeah, but that's true. When we're grandparents and we've raised 2 more generations, I think it'll be near enough gone. Yeah. Because there are still people, you think about it, our grandparents' era. I'm not trying to... Obviously, that's like 100 years off slave trade, but like back when there wasn't, the population of black people in this country was so less, because it was like 40s, 50s. I don't know full stats, but the world has changed so much from that generation to ours.
Yeah, definitely. What you said made a lot of sense then, though, because we were born in the 90s, but we weren't raised in the 90s, and I'd probably say the 90s is the last time, until recently, the last big kind of racial things were going on. So you had like the O.J. Simpson case, and you had like when the NWA were out, and there was was it Rodney King, maybe, the thing in the 90s? It was like a black guy who got killed unarmed, and there was that was the massive thing in the 90s, and we were born then, but we were brought up through the 00s, like the 2000s, and off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything
No,
massive.
there
like
will have been
that.
stuff like that, but more people are calling it out now.
Yeah, but like, so we grew up and I didn't think anything of it. I wasn't thinking like, oh, there's like be racist or anything.
No,
like that. Do
because
you know what I mean?
the generations before us were brought up like that, but they've learned to not do that.
Yeah, the only thing I can see us being criticised for when we're in our 40s and stuff is the whole what is it, like Bill Burr and all that going on. You know how they say everyone's dead sensitive these days?
Oh, cancel culture and all
like
that.
cancel culture and kind of like the whole LGBTQ plus community stuff.
Yeah.
So like when all that started coming out, where it was like there's 200 different genders and stuff, like even I
I
was
identify
like,
as a wardrobe.
yeah, even I was like, all right, it's getting a bit silly now, and I can see that being our crutch when
yeah,
we're older,
we're labelled as.
where in 20 years or whatever, things might be like that. Everyone,
Yeah,
and there'll always be a bit. Is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I'm thinking when I'm in like 40 years old, there's always going to be a little bit of me that's like, that's a bit fucking silly, that.
yeah,
But by then,
It's a
all the younger
progression.
generation, they will be used to it.
yeah. It's. I
Do you
just
know
thought
what I
then
mean?
it's like we were the first generation to be, the first generation that were allowed that freedom, and it's like
Yeah,
the first like if you get, what's the word I'm looking for? If you try something for the first time, you go mad on it.
yeah, like obsessive. Or
Yeah,
like,
or you get let out, or you get like if you give a kid sweets straight away for the first time, they'll go mad and eat too much.
yeah,
I think that's what we're like with freedom of rights and all that at the minute.
yeah, like the ability to just express yourselves. On,
It'll be similar to it in 40 years, but it won't be as much.
Yeah, that's
I
a
feel
very
like-
good analogy. That I like.
Yeah,
That.
I'm good at coming up with metaphors like that
Yeah, I think that's right. But
because we've first time we've been given the freedom to say whatever we want,
yeah,
and kind of gone a bit mad with it. But
yeah, well, that's the thing.
but
it's-
part of it, you get where they're coming from.
Yeah, no, definitely. But it's today. They're like now. It's all just about. It's making change. Like this is the thing. I wanted all that
It's-
Black Lives Matter stuff to really. I wanted things to happen. I was like,
I think still things are. I've seen things on Reddit like protests for like the 50th day in a row.
yeah,
It's nothing's going to change unless people in the government change. Like the American government,
This
they're
is
all
what I
60-year-old white men
yeah.
who are probably religious and
Like when it was that
Go to
first 2 weeks that it was happening, it was everywhere. And then as soon as the government started saying stuff, they'd brandish it as like, oh, it's just hooligans and all this. And it's like, you need
Yeah.
to own up and just agree with them and listen to the people. And they just won't. And this is why I want a French Revolution.
yeah, but like they put all that out saying they're labeling it as this, but who's right? Because just because they're in the government doesn't mean they're right. They're the
Exactly.
minority.
yeah,
The majority of people
yeah,
on the street, the average man and woman, are saying this, and then some guy in his high chair is kicking off because he doesn't agree with it. It's
yeah.
like,
And I really thought in this COVID thing that it was going to get to like a free for all, like everyone just get guns and we're just gonna
Walking Dead.
Yeah, I thought it was going to end up like that. At one point, I was like, shit, what if the economy collapses and it's just like, what do we do now? And everyone's just like, free for all, like live for yourself. And I was,
that's why everyone should be farmers. Like, they're just probably
Yeah.
like, Sam, mate, I'll go and eat that fucking cow and be
Yeah.
ready for 2 weeks.
like it was scary, but everything's going back to normalish now, and nothing's changed really. But
No.
the thing's the same. I can't wait for our government to just fucking fuck off.
It's not so much, it is the government, but it's the structure of it. Like, Joe Rogan always says about America and how can a country so big, like every
Yeah.
state has its own rules and
Yeah.
laws, but then all them states have one guy who's in charge of them.
Yeah,
Like, it makes no sense, but until you come up with a better idea,
mhm.
I don't think they need them, mate. Fine as we are, mate.
I know. Like sometimes I just like to not think about it and just get on with my life.
Well, so we'll do that. We'll segue into something. Did you know that the American Army had a band? Because I discovered this yesterday. They have a band and they've got a YouTube page, and I've been listening to their music. They are tight.
The American Army.
The Army has a band.
Uh,
Did I stutter?
say,
yeah.
say what again?
Yeah.
Um,
Honestly, I found it. can't believe I found it. There was because I saw it on Reddit, I think, because this one guy comes up and plays the trumpet. What's that
trombone?
Yeah, and it's like, I think he does like quavers,
like 632 notes.
Yeah, and someone was like, his wife must be very lucky, like, 'cause if to use your tongue or something. That's like, but yeah, I'll play you this one. This, as a drummer, is just so nice to see. You know, when you have like, they call it accents, where you hit something harder like that.
Yeah.
Just hope that this works. But let's
wait, let's turn it down a little bit. I want to blow my fucking head off. So how many people are in the band? Is
there
it
you go.
like,
It's big band type thing.
Yeah.
Brass, all that. They all just, I love bands like this because they all just look like normal people.
Yeah.
But the drumming is so tight. I trust all these as the government because they're all like on the same page and like.
Yeah. Well, I suppose you can still be in a band and be corrupt. Like, look at the lead singer of I don't know, what's that band where the guy was like a paedophile?
Oh, Lost Prophets.
Yeah.
Just the drumming, man. There's
a bit too much treble on the mixing in this for me, but what is this song from? Is it from Disney or something?
It must be.
It's called Sing Sing Sing.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's from. Oh.
He's absolutely locked in there, isn't he?
Yeah.
To be fair, if I was on the battlefield, I want them there.
Playing this song.
It's 40 minutes long. I'm joking.
What?
It's only 2 minutes. How good is that?
He's just so locked in there.
Yeah. It's that left foot.
Yeah. Damn.
So, this is why I like doing these podcasts, because me and Tom said total scenario is the total scenario. Like, of all scenarios, it's the best one. And
Okay.
no, like,
Yeah.
but because it includes music, film, and games and movies and all that sort of shit. Because we can talk about something like politics, get so pissed off and nothing is good in the world. Put that on. Nothing else is in your brain apart from that. That's why that's the life you should live, because you spend your whole life being pissed off by politics and all that sort of stuff, or just discover music like this.
Yeah, that's true. Like,
I know you have to be aware of things like that, politics, but if you just sort of, if you can live your life, do it, because if it's...
Yeah, that's what I mean, like...
Because did you grow up aware of things happening? No,
No.
You lived your life, but only when you're older.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You shouldn't have to let it get in charge.
It's like the people I was just on about then, like people who are like so religiously like fucking like just constrained with their life, and then they're just like, you know, the people who just go to protests and shout about abortions and stuff like that, and it's like,
you get
you just from. Like, you know what, just sit down, grow up, have an ice cream, and just like
enjoy life.
Just go for a bike ride or something, mate, or just have a bev, you know, watch a bit of footy or something.
Yeah.
It's like, look at this new song I showed, and then it's like, and then
it's
they're like,
simple.
no,
it's the Karens, isn't it?
Yeah, like, oh my god, like, and this is what I mean. I just get to a point where I'm like, You know what? I'm not gonna just help you anymore. Just behead.
Well, you're not really selling your way of politics. It's just
bring out the guillotine.
It's like Death of Stalin. When he gives the list of names to the guy, and he's like, kill him.
Yeah.
Every day is like a fresh list.
Oh, wow. While I was watching that, I just thought of.
I can help you.
I thought of. I don't know why this came into my head.
Well, to be fair, you have been mentioning beheading a lot, so I'm ready for anything.
Man, I'm gonna have some nice dreams tonight.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Can I get a yeah? It's a very fun but dark episode.
I know.
Talking about murder.
Murder. Yeah.
I have no idea what's. Oh yes.
When I heard the news today,
Me and you about COVID.
I had to come and get it straight from you.
Like,
It's the key to a man's heart, that, isn't it?
this is the thing I want to listen to
Someone swept your heart
the moment before I get beheaded. For treason.
Yes, I see it's true.
Like,
So tell me all about
You know what?
life's
People,
bad, but like,
yeah,
then you hear that.
but that's what music's for.
tell me what
It's science. It always
Yeah.
sorts you out.
Oh my god.
You know how people say like horses are beautiful creatures?
Yeah.
He's like a human horse, isn't he? He is a
Mate,
stallion.
I want him to put that fucking saxophone up my arse and play it like that.
But the thing is, you make
That
the
is
noise of
good
that, not the sax. You're going.
I'm like an amp. Kenny G, if you're listening, I want you to use me as an amp. Plug me in, baby.
Oh.
I'll crank it to 11. Like, oh my god. And it's. Oh,
I don't
imagine
know
being in that
what's
crowd.
more difficult from there. It's operating his fingers or his gob. What's
I know,
harder?
Yeah. But he's going ready. Key change. Oh my god.
You know they start these petitions.
Yeah.
We need to get a petition to get more key changes because they don't do them anymore.
The fucking. And he sounds like that live on a stage at like an award ceremony. No one sounds like that in a.
I always think of these. Fucking hell. In the studio. Imagine if he just recorded that and it comes back to the engineer and he's like, save. He literally is a stallion.
I know. Just a little. Da-da-da-da.
Oh, it's that final note in it. It's like the final wipe when you've had a shit in it. It's perfect. It's like we're done here.
Oh
we're
my
done.
god, I don't know why that. I don't know why I thought of that, but fuck me.
Yeah. Right. So I'll find you that original trombone one that I found.
Mm.
I'm not going to show you it all because I've not watched it all, but I think it's just a lot of the same. The trombone meets Bumblebee. 2.7 million. I don't know what.
A bumblebee.
I thought it was the Bumblebee theme from Transformers. I was
No.
gutted. I was like,
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
No, it's the fucking. It's that really hard song to
yeah.
play.
So
It's like-
this geezer, most likely called Greg, has just come out.
and he does it on a trombone. I'm scared.
I'd break my shoulder trying this. really want one of them at my house. Like 8:30 in the morning, just have a breakfast. When you think of it, it's so random.
I know. Like, the fucking, like, the rolls between the notes must be like if you saw that audio then on, like,
as
a wave. No, it's like a wave.
Right.
Like, the fucking, the peaks of each note and how they go to the next must be, like, milliseconds.
Yeah.
Like, they'll just be like,
yeah.
like, there'll be no, like, do you know what I mean? They're that
Yeah.
quick that it's just going to be like,
It's lines rather than...
yeah, peaks and troughs.
Yes.
Wow.
So, I know I've shown you this a few times, but I don't think we watched it on the podcast. It's them Americans, that husband calling contest. I put it in the PPS chat. It's like the Iowa State Fair. And it's exactly what it says on the tin. The husband calling contest. These women go on stage and they go, Robert!
Oh no, I've never. Oh my god.
So this is when you said about the Americans and won't wear masks. I think it might be these.
These people.
Yeah, I know I'm labeling people, but prove me wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Prove us. We're as ignorant as you are.
Yeah. Well, it's also because we come from such a not closed off part of the world, but
yeah, we ain't got much going on here.
No,
so.
it's not a big place.
Yeah.
And America's massive when you think about it, but like I don't know what's weirder, the people that do it or the people that
organise it.
No, the people that go just to watch, not to judge, just to be there, like these people.
Bob! Hurry up! I don't want to be late. I don't want to be late to the great Iowa State Fair. Bob, hurry!
Like, how are they judged?
Robert, Dean! That's it. I'm going by myself.
It's like...
I have been here
She wins it.
probably 35 to 40 years at Pioneer Hall.
Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo! Key! Yoo-hoo!
I've been doing this around the house all COVID. I'm like, Robert!
The clock says dinner time. Cuckoo.
I have won many times, but lots of times I came in second or third, too.
I just hope it's as sarcastic. I really hope they're not being serious.
Unless you want to make the bed, you better get up like right now.
No, it seems like a comedy thing, but it's so niche and weird. Shut the fuck up!
Yeah, the woman from Scary Movie. Shut the fuck up.
Oh my god.
But again, another Bill Burr thing I agree with. Population control. There's none of it. There's too many people.
Literally just came out of nowhere with that. We're like, what is this? Gas chambers.
Oh no. I can't keep that in.
No, that's what it was like, though.
No, I'm not saying it like that. We should just go around picking people, but the population from 100 years ago to now is like nearly doubled, and it's like, when are we going to think that it's a problem?
Alright, let's genocide. Oh, wow. Well, I'm going to put on one more thing, and we're going to watch it, and then we're just going to vibe with that, and then end on that, I think, because...
It's been a very murderous episode.
The amount of... If they based a roller coaster off this conversation, it would be the best one in the world, because there's been a lot of ups and downs. What's the song called? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me type that in my butt.
Press enter.
I don't even need to put that.
I don't know whether this is going to go on in full.
No, it's going to be...
It's
yep.
actually going to be me watching it anyway, so.
Where's that No.
Did they get rid of it? God damn it, the flies.
Yeah, it was like, goddamn son of a bitch.
That was good.
God damn. Don't slam the fucking door. Oh.
Give me a towel, please.
Oh, there it is. It's this one. Yeah. Quality's ass.
See, this is why I made this channel, because you can be having whatever day you want, talk about whatever you want. Music always brings it
Yeah.
back home.
I wish I just grew my hair out and got his hair in fucking
Yeah.
in lockdown. Imagine me with that.
Jimmy Neutron.
I know. It's like the biggest mullet ever. It's beautiful.
That's got to be £6 a gel a go, isn't it?
Look at that.
My favourite things to watch are music documentaries.
Yeah. I want one on Prince. I need to find one on him.
I think there was one on TV, like a 5-minute one about Little Richard, because he died, didn't he?
Oh,
recently?
yeah.
It was like, it's the same with everyone, but they were always like, yeah, they came from nothing. And
Yeah.
for some reason you don't think that is the same for everyone, but it is.
Yeah. I love his performance. He literally sings that one verse and just does like 4-minute guitar solos.
Hold that
Right.
note, bitch. Yeah. He's
God.
nowhere else, is he there?
He's so good at guitar.
That 80s snare as well.
I know.
Live.
Yeah.
It's a weird looking guitar, that.
I know.
It's like top heavy, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's like a symbol
Oh, right.
ish.
Do you know where this gig was?
I think it was the title MTV Awards, like 1985 or something. The year 1985, best year ever in
Is
history.
that Rocky as well?
Yeah. Rocky 4 came out then. Something else, some other stuff did. Ready? Just. Love that riff so much. It's so good.
It's the right range in it, where it's not too high or too low.
He just absolutely goes for it.
Yeah, he's like just charging up from 98 to 100.
Like, do you know anyone who can do that? Play perfectly.
That'd be funny, wouldn't it, if he
And
just
then
went off stage, lost his balance.
Jesus.
Yeah. He's like Freddie Mercury, like not his evil brother. I just don't know why I
His
said that, but he's like,
mannerisms.
yeah, and his look and his showman, like,
Yeah, showmanship. So, I mean, he was the perfect rock star, pop star. He was Michael Jackson, he was Freddie Mercury, he was,
yeah, exactly. It's got all of the money.
he was everyone. He was Madonna,
Yeah.
and he was as talented, if not more talented than all of them combined, because he could play everything.
One thing I need to bring up: we watched this rock and roll documentary, me and my dad.
Mm.
That era, 50s America, 50s into 60s, like before all that rock and roll stuff, it was just blokes in a suit, big band behind him, going, "Hi, kids and people at home, I'm going to sing a song." Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
And then when Elvis came on, this is what I learned from that documentary. He did his dancing or whatever, all that leg stuff.
Yeah.
And it was obviously to women to get them to be like,
yeah,
that had never happened before.
Yeah.
When people say things like, "Oh, that had never happened before," that's so mind blowing.
Yeah.
People like us were like,
yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, what, are you mad? But I'm sure there's stuff, I don't know if anything off the top of my head now, but there's stuff, well, I mean, you can kind of relate to it now. When
Probably,
when we were younger, maybe even just before us, we couldn't phone each other when we got home from school and like go out somewhere.
We had landlines, didn't we?
We never even used them. We'd literally be like, we just got the end of that thing where it was like we'd see each other and then we'd organise where we're going as we saw each other then. Yeah. Like, we'll go there tomorrow at 4.
We finished school at 2:45. Give us an hour, paper round, be there at 4.
Yeah, and you say that to kids now, it's like, well, we never used to be able to just call each other and say, "Do you want to do this?"
Well, we can't do it now. We used to be able to, but we can't. We say, "Do you want to go to Spoons on Friday?" "Yeah, I'll meet you there Friday at 7:00.
Yeah.
Every hour on Friday, I'll be messaging you, "Are we still going?" Just because you have that contact, you feel like you can't keep that, not keep the promise, but you can't. You think that things might change.
I think it's just because we're like busy and older as well now.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, no, like, yeah, but what you were saying, like, back then, like, it was obviously a lot more strict and stuff and weird, but...
Well, there's a fact that I got from it that when Elvis did TV performances, they only filmed him from the top up.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
They didn't want to show his dancing. I'm like...
Yeah.
How the hell are you going to get anything new if you don't let it happen?
But eventually it all broke through, didn't it? And it's...
Just that era of just, like, going from one proper... Like, this is the only thing. And then, no, this is the new thing.
It's like evolving and stuff, yeah.
Crazy.
The last 100 years of this planet have been the most controversial, most changing in the whole existence.
So I think 1920, that's just 2 years after the First World War.
And the Great Depression.
Yeah, it's around that sort of time.
Yeah.
But were cars... I know tanks and
some
cars were did everyone have them, or did people have cars and some had horses?
I think it was that, all the sort of walked about and stuff. Or maybe buses were made then, public transport maybe, just starting out. And then now it's like, I can go on my phone and buy a plane ticket and then go on an app and get a car to take me to the airport and then I can be in Spain in 3 hours.
Yeah. Shit.
And I don't have to go to the bank. I don't need any cash on me. All I need is my phone and my keys to lock my door.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, things like the older generation taking pictures, like I've been doing a lot of picture searching and hunting and tracking things down. My granddad was saying back in the day you had to buy a camera and it had about 10 pictures per camera. You had to take them and you couldn't retake them, obviously. You didn't know how they were going to turn out.
Yeah.
You had to, in the dark, take the film out of the camera yourself so the light didn't get to it and ruin the pictures. Then you took it to the chemist. Then they developed it. Yeah. And then you gone back. How much of a fucking ball ache that?
Oh, yeah. What a process, like.
And then I've just come back from Croatia and Jordan took 1,000 pictures in Croatia. And it's like, and all of them are like 4K and it's like,
yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, just that.
It's the opposite ends of the spectrum, isn't it?
Yeah, that alone just shows. Man, what's life going to be like in another 100 years?
I don't know. I want to see if I've got one last video. I was going to try and do a funny, stupid one. That guy, I've been quoting him recently, not the Ronnie Pickering guy, the other guy, and he goes, "What do you do for a hobby? Fucking annoy people."
Oh, yeah. Where he
Put your fucking mouth shut!
When he chases after him, boots his bike, and then, like, a dolphin dies.
But if you pause it, like, it lands on his head, that must have fucking knackered. So he had to walk back to his car afterwards, like, proper in pain.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that. Good karma. You can tell when I've been editing on here. So you go through.
Just that little sound effects.
Yeah, so like room ambience, plop sounds. Right, I'm just going to end on this because I've watched it every day on lockdown. Another such a jolly song. Another big band. I just can't get enough of it. It's so well balanced.
I know.
It's been in my head all... Like, when I turn it off, it's still on in my head. Just writing this as well.
I know. Writing for an orchestra, like, fucking 70 instruments or whatever. Just imagine, like, rocking around in the 40s and, like, you know, them big fucking long, like, Rolls Royce things where they've got, like, the big overarches and just being like, honey, let's go to the play.
Yeah. Well, that's, in that documentary, like, 50s and late 40s is when teenagers were buying cars for the first time.
Yeah.
Before then, it was just parents.
Yeah.
So, like, get in your car and going to the drive-in theatre.
Yeah.
Like, it's like Grease, essentially.
Yeah.
To be honest, I would be at my happiest if I was in this room 5 pints in, and they let you walk around and, like, go around to the drummer and be like...
Just, like, rub someone's head like a trumpet.
Imagine being in there, steaming, and they let you do whatever you want. You're just going up to them like...
Steaming and you're treating it like a day out at the darts.
Yeah.
Like, whoa!
Let's go fucking mental!
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I'm sure there's another thing I want to show you. Next time. I would laugh at his face here. Yes, lad. It'd be a privilege to be in that room, wouldn't it? That's what it's like.
What a fucking guy. He's doing all the solo instrumentation bits. I think it'd be split between like two of them, but no.
Imagine after the song's finished, it's just like... Absolutely knackered. That would ruin the vibe, wouldn't it?
Just finishes playing. Just... I don't like thought
Picture it now because it ends so abruptly, so just try and picture it.
You just playing and he's like, thank you, just shoves it up his arm and snaps it.
No, puts it on the floor, jumps and then lands on it. What? Imagine it now. And he goes, yeah, boy! My name's Dave and I like clarinet. He literally rams it on the floor, jumps up, lifts his legs up.
Him on, jumps, pulls his pants up. Yeah!
And just go, we're in.
Just the thought of him like shoving up his own arse and snapping it.
So it's stuck. You're not getting that bad, mate. He's like renting it, so you can't.
That's why I think you're fucking bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so weird. What is wrong with me? Talking about fucking like.
But that, what damage would that do? It wouldn't. You'd bleed for no. I'm not going there.
I'm gonna let the audience think.
No, because he'd feel like you get all this adrenaline from playing the song. Ah, it's just finished. I'm gonna shove up my ass. One of them things that you instantly regret. Like he feels dead mint about it. Like it's building up, it's finished.
It's like, you know, you go to graduation and you're walking up to go shake the guy's hand and you just fucking like keg yourself and just be like, whoa. Yeah. Like, one of them things you gotta do it.
Top 10 moments what you could ruin.
Yeah. Top 10 anime moments.
So your wedding day, like you say I do, and you go no, and then walk out.
Do not.
Yeah.
Jesus. Well, my ears hurt now.
Yeah.
So
Let's do another one.
again.
Yes.
Oh God.
That was fucking weird.